This man, named Antoni, was delivering goods with his friend that day. He waited for his friend, who was using the restroom, but after an hour, she still hadn't arrived. Worried, Antoni decided to approach her, but he was happily flirting with a woman who owned a local food stall. After a while, his friend, named Jugs, was finally escorted back by the woman. Antoni remained silent as if he hadn't noticed anything. They continued their journey, but as night fell, they saw a red light, a sign that there must be a food stall nearby that offered intimate services. They stopped at the stall, and it turned out to be owned by Jugs's girlfriend, Lisa. Exhausted, they decided to stay overnight. Lisa's stall was busy that night. Antoni checked out the rooms, but they were all full with couples making out. That night, Antoni could barely sleep because of the screaming coming from the rooms next door. In the morning, Antoni hurried home because his wife, Mercy, was waiting for him. She was still beautiful and attractive. Mercy was deeply in love with Antoni and vice versa. After dinner together, they finally became intimate, having not seen each other for several days. A few days later, Antoni and Jugs returned to work, and that evening they stopped by Lisa's stall again. However, this night was different. Antoni saw a woman who caught his attention. Her name was Ligaya. Ligaya was new there and had just graduated from high school. Antoni finally met Ligaya, and that night they chatted and relaxed. It seemed Antoni was truly attracted to Ligaya, even dreaming of being intimate with her. On the other hand, although they seemed happy, Antoni and Mercy's relationship was actually troubled. Antoni desperately wanted to have children, but Mercy hadn't conceived yet. They had tried various things, but their dream hadn't come true. Antoni often blamed Mercy, saying it was all his fault. One night, Antoni and Jugs saw Ligaya being harassed by someone. They helped him and chased him away. From there, Ligaya and Antoni's relationship grew closer. That night, Ligaya even invited Antoni to be intimate with him to express his gratitude. This is where the seeds of love began to grow between them. As the days went by, Antoni's behavior became more and more unusual. Mercy began to suspect him, especially since he was often busy with his phone, unlike his usual self. Antoni claimed he was discussing work, but in fact he was talking to Ligaya. While doing laundry, Mercy accidentally saw lipstick on Antoni's shirt. Her suspicions grew stronger as Antoni continued to flirt behind her back. Mercy's heart was shattered while Antoni continued to see Ligaya and be intimate wherever they were, until one night Mercy woke up and had the opportunity to look through her husband's phone. It contained numerous conversations between Antoni and Ligaya, including one where Ligaya revealed she was pregnant. The next day, Mercy visited Ligaya's house. Mercy wasn't angry at all. Instead, she thanked Ligaya for making Antoni's wish come true. She said she was willing to let Antoni go as long as he was happy. However, her heart was completely broken, and she decided to leave Antoni in Ligaya's life. She said goodbye to Antoni and wished him happiness with Ligaya. Seeing Mercy's kindness, Ligaya's mind was opened. If a woman as beautiful and kind as Mercy was still betrayed, what would happen to him? After work, Antoni rushed to the shop where Ligaya worked and wanted to invite her home and live with him. Unfortunately, Ligaya had already left, and even Lisa didn't know. It turned out that Ligaya had chosen to return to his hometown. He chose to leave Antoni's life and raise his child alone. Meanwhile, Antoni could only mourn his fate, the loss of two people he loved. Finally, the film ended.